Yeah, I don't ever remember feeling like this. But I'm out here in these YouTube streets. So I want you to get your fingers. I don't know what you're doing. I want you to get your mouse. I want you to check me out. And I want you to check me out. Get ready to do this. It's the relationship rehab. Like, share, and subscribe. We coming at you live. So come on, let's take a ride. Then subscribe to United Guns of America. Just click that link and listen up to what I'm telling you. It's the relationship rehab. Click that link right now. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and I just want y'all to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? I want you to let me know what you think. I'm gonna talk about some things, you can talk about some things, and we can do our thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about having a conversation, right? I mean, if we can't talk to each other, then, I mean, what are we really here for? I want y'all to be able to just come over to my channel, talk to me about what's going on with you, and I can tell you what's going on with me, and we can build some things. You know what I'm saying? That's all about growth, baby. So click that link, go ahead and swipe on your phone, whatever you gotta do. Share my content. It's just get me out here, baby. Cause we just talking, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I like doing what I'm doing because it's about the people. It's about us having a conversation with each other. It's about us discussing whatever needs to be discussed. And on these YouTube streets, this is the best place to do it, baby. Like, share, and subscribe. That's right. Click the link. Click the link. Yeah. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's out here that's already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all ain't the first one, and y'all ain't the last one. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that click the link, that click the share, and then subscribe to your boy. Cause we gon' grow this thing together, baby. Relationship rehabbing, United Guns of America. To the world blow up, baby. Yeah. Click the link, baby. Click the link, baby. Yeah. Hey, I just want to send a shout out to all y'all. I love y'all. That's why I do this. It's for the love of us, baby. I appreciate all of y'all. Ooh, we gon' do this thing. We gon' do this thing right here, baby. Hey, look, if you at a computer right now, just go ahead and click your link. What else you got to lose, baby? Tell me what you think. Hit the comment section. You can jump on the live panel. We do it all here. That's what it's all about. So come holler at your boy. I've been doing this for years, but I just got onto this YouTube thing. So hey, let's see what it do and where it can go. To United Guns of America. Just click the link and listen up to what I'm telling you, telling you. Yeah, boy. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and yes, it is late. And once again, I'm coming to you with another live show, and tonight it's gonna be a good night. We gonna have ourselves a funky good time, in the words of James Brown himself. So I just want to tell everybody right now, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please click the like button. And what is that in the back that I'm seeing? What is that? Oh, that's the damn chat. Wow. Please click the like button, click the share button, and we can share this out. But I definitely am excited to be here on tonight, and I am going to get right into the show. So without further ado, my favorite part.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Yeah, buddy. All right, so I have something that I want to show you guys before I actually get into the show, even though this is kind of like part of it, but it's gonna be a great lead in to where we're going. So I'm telling you, man, I'm really surprised at how the media is taking this approach of the
I mean, drastically increased crime that is going on across the country. Across the country. I mean, everywhere. Crime is up, crime is up, crime is up. But in some places, crime is like gotten really outrageous. And some of the things that I've seen happening, it's a it's a wow factor type of thing, but it's also like, what the fuck is going on to where people don't see the problem with this? It's like they just see crime and just be like, oh, well, we're trying and crime is just up right now. And I'm like, no, this shit is on a whole new level of being up. And I just want to give people an idea of what happens when you have crime that rises up like this. In the past, the thing that has happened is that, hey, crime go up, you dispatch more police officers, you really attack the high crime areas, and then, over time, a short period of time, crime will go down in them areas because you've literally done what? We've cracked down on it. We've gotten, taken a much more aggressive approach in high crime areas. I mean, and even just from a policeman's standpoint, a police officer standpoint, that's one of the main reasons why task force are created. Yes. So when you have task force, like your robbery homicide, that's a task force. You got your narcotics, that's a task force. Gangs or gang crime, that's what they call it in Chicago, that's a task force. And what those task force or those teams are put together for are to specifically target high crime areas with those types of issues. That's what they're there for. That's what happens. So, hey, I got a bunch of robberies going on. Yes, I got police officers responding to it, but I'm going to get my robbery homicide guys on it. Hey, I need you guys to go on and I'm gonna get the police officers to help robbery homicide. We got a streak of robberies occurring in a certain area. I'm gonna get my robbery homicide guys on that. We got an increased amount of gang activity in this area. I'm gonna get my gang crimes unit in that area to focus specifically on that. Well, what do you do when you have a high crime area in, let's say, a railroad yard? Yeah. So what you see here, this is what it's trash, but what it was actual parcel packages from Amazon, from UPS, FedEx, Federal Express, whatever the case may be. And these packages were actually on freight cars. So like all of the packages and stuff that were on the freight cars, that's what happened. Lincolnshire lad, new to the channel all the way from England. All right, that's what I'm talking about. I'm international, baby. Yeah. But what these people were doing, they were literally going through and hitting the freights and just taking the packages. Now, most of you may not know this, but just about all, well, just not just about, trains or freight trains have their own security. So like Santa Fe, B&O Railroad, Reading Railroad, I couldn't even say it with a straight face. No, I could do this. B&O Railroad, Reading Railroad. What is the other one? Is it Atlantic Railroad? Pennsylvania Railroad? They all have their own. They all have their own security, but they have their own police force. Yes, I was naming the monopoly railroad companies, but the real railroad companies, they have their own police force. However, when you have this much going on and this type of crime going on at this level, even having your own police force can't stop this. So let's go ahead and I want you guys to take a look. This is a quick video.
It's a stunning sight. Thousands of packages stolen right off of trains.
Thousands.
If your UPS or Amazon package hasn't arrived, it might be somewhere here in this mess, discarded on a Union Pacific Railroad track near downtown LA. As freight trains slow down or come to a halt, the thieves leap on board with bolt cutters, open giant containers, and take whatever they want. This is what they leave behind. All these boxes, some empty, some not. Look, this box was full of COVID home testing kits, a precious product tough to buy at many pharmacies. This bag held a bunch of UPS packages bound for homes across America. This Amazon envelope wasn't even opened. The thieves just tossed it away. Some of these boxes contained retail goods bound for America's empty store shelves. This track strewn with boxes stretches as far as you can see in both directions. This entire area was cleaned up in mid-December, which means that all of this came from train robberies in just the last month.
Did you hear that? They cleaned this up, so it was it was worse than this, but they cleaned it all up in mid-December. Mid-December. So in 3 weeks, 4 weeks time, they're right back to the same state, or if not worse now.
And these are UPS and Amazon packages bound for all over the U.S. I see Everett, Washington. I see Portland, Oregon, Phoenix, Arizona, Stockton, California, on and on and on. So what are cops doing? This video shows a police officer chasing suspects off the tracks, but he didn't make an arrest. A Union Pacific spokesman told Inside Edition, while criminals are being caught and arrested.
Now, does that make any sense? So you catch people actually in the act of committing the crime, but you don't make any arrests. Why would you not make any arrests? He gonna tell you.
Charges are reduced to a misdemeanor or petty offense, and the person is back on the streets in less than 24 hours after paying a nominal fine. In fact, criminals boast to our officers that there is no consequence. And the 21st century version of the Great Train Robbery goes on and on.
Did you hear that? So they said, hey, by the time we get processed and taken to jail, we gonna be back out anyway. So fuck that and fuck you. Take me to jail. It don't matter. I'm getting right back out. They know that the fact that whatever crime that they're committing, robbing this shit, that it's going to be a misdemeanor, and they're literally not even going to get a slap on the wrist. They're just going to get processed and they're just going to be put out. They're just going to get let go. We don't even want anybody that's in here robbing and stealing shit. We don't even want y'all to come in here. We don't even want you to come in. Don't even come in. We don't want you here. We don't want you. So that's why the police officers are like, well, why would I go through all of the red tape of writing a police report, typing it up, whatever you're going to do, processing this person, taking them to jail, getting them booked, doing all of the searching and shit you got to do, getting them in there, get them in a holding tape. And by the time I get to even start typing up my report, this motherfucker's getting processed and getting kicked back out on the streets by the time I'm done with my report. Now, when the prosecuting attorney looks at this case, they see what the value of the items is, approximate value of the items is, and they don't even want to prosecute. So they're doing some hey, we can just either drop the charges altogether, or we'll negotiate depending on if you're a repeat offender or not. We may negotiate, but other than that, we're just going to kick it. We just gonna kick it. Fuck it. They literally don't give a shit. They are not going to prosecute. He said, isn't that a federal offense? I don't think so, because they're hitting the freight. They're hitting the freight. They would have to literally be robbing a mailbox or going to your own mailbox and taking the mail out of there in order for it to be a federal offense, in order for it to be mail theft. So you got to be stealing United States Postal Service goods out of the United States Postal Service designated area. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's what constitutes the federal offense of mail theft. But that's what they're doing, and they're just getting kicked back out. So imagine what the type of hustle you have. Where and I see No Brass put in there. Union Pacific says they are hitting about 90 freight cars a day. Do y'all know how much shit is on a freight car? That's insane that they're doing this and that they're being allowed to do this by the good old fashioned prosecuting attorney's office. They're just letting them go. But I just wanted to show you guys that just to give you a sense of how emboldened criminals have gotten. Just think, look at how far that track is going. And just think of what they're able to get and the amount of goods that they're able to actually steal on a daily basis. This is every day. Thousands and thousands. So when you see the people doing the smash and grabs and all that, these people that are hitting the freights, they are hitting the freights at an all-time high. The getting has never been this good. Never. And I'm just so surprised at the fact that they are allowing these people to just do this, and it's like no point in even catching them. It's no point in even catching them. So, yeah. What the fuck does that say? Carol fucking Baskin, raging gay. Oh my God. Dude, it is too early in the morning to be trolling. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and let's get into the show. I really wanted to show you guys this. This is one of those things where it's like, man, what is really going on? When I first saw this, I literally was like, nope, this ain't real. This ain't true. And I don't know why they doing it. I thought it was satire. I really did. I thought it was something from The Onion or something like that, or somebody maybe had gotten some old footage and they came back and just, you know, lied or something. I really just thought that this is like something that wasn't true, but I was wrong because it is. But I want to show you guys this, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to see what else is happening. If I can get to it. Hold up. Dang it. There we go. I got the right one now. All right. I got the right one, baby.
And amid a big uptick in crime in that area, 21 and counting armed robberies or carjackings just since mid-November, a Northside alderman is reinstituting a decades-old program that for some is raising eyebrows. Lincoln Park alderman Michele Smith is asking her constituents to buy whistles and blow those whistles if they see certain crimes unfold.
And the idea is to let people know that they're being watched in the community and being supported by the community and help take back our streets.
In a bulletin sent out to her constituents this past week, 43 Ward Alderman Michele Smith asks her constituents to arm themselves with whistles.
So something that can be loud, you know, whistles that are used in sports and, for example, camping safety are the kind of whistles that we recommend that people get.
She writes, if you find yourself in a suspicious situation or witness a crime, blow your whistle. If you hear a whistle, call the police, then move toward the source while blowing your own whistle.
The idea here is to be alerting people of things you may see so that attention is brought and people will tend to flee.
The bulletin does specify to not blow your whistle if you think doing so would put yourself in danger.
We specifically advise people that if you feel in danger in any way, don't do it. We expressly instruct people that if you are the victim of crime, cooperate, do not resist, and certainly don't blow your whistle at someone who has a gun pointed at your head.
Smith says the so-called Whistle Stop program proved successful back in the 1970s before her ward was largely gentrified. And Smith says her office does have a limited supply of whistles at the ward office for residents who want to take part.
1970. So let me get this straight. This woman, who appears to be probably in her mid to late 50s and probably makes around about $130,000, $140,000 a year. So she's living in more of a affluent neighborhood in the 43rd ward. 43rd ward. She's telling people, instead of guns, to protect yourself. And when you see something, say something. She's saying, damn that, if you see something, blow something. Pun intended. If you see something, blow something. Blow your whistle that they gonna help provide you with and go towards the crime that's happening, because this helped deter crime back in 1970. This is 2022. So she's talking approximately 50 years ago. She's telling you to use a tactic that apparently wasn't effective enough to where they stopped using it. It's not like that they blew the whistle so hard with crime in the 70s that it stopped it altogether and they found no need to use the whistles anymore. Nope. She's telling you to blow a whistle instead of having a gun to protect yourself. She's telling you, blow a whistle, call the police, blow a whistle, whatever you, just blow the whistle so that you can bring attention to the crime that's being committed. Somebody's shooting, blow your whistle. Somebody's stealing, blow your whistle. Somebody's getting physically assaulted, blow your whistle. Somebody's getting raped, blow your whistle. Who thinks that this is going to even work? This is like so beyond stupid that it's insulting. It's insulting to those of us that live in high crime areas, have lived in high crime areas, that actually know and are in touch with what is actually happening in the hood. You telling me, you see, you feel a Too Short reference coming up? That's ridiculous that she's insulting the people and to the point to where she's telling them to blow a whistle. That's like, and here's the analogy that I came up with. I said, that's just like telling people, if you see a fire, don't call the fire department, start a water brigade. Yep. Don't call the fire department. Get the water brigade going. You go, y'all get some buckets, y'all form a line from the creek or the river, and y'all start dousing this fire out with buckets of water. You pass the buckets, the empty buckets back, and then you pass the water filled buckets to the front. That's what she's telling them to do. Yep, form a line, get the buckets together, and let's get this water brigade going. That's essentially what she's telling people. And here's the insulting part of it. Not just the fact that she knows that there's no data whatsoever that proves that this has worked and that this will work in the future and that this will save lives, because there are people's lives that are in danger here. To add injury to insult, she's telling you, yeah, I'm going to give you these free whistles and all that, but there are people actually losing their lives. These people aren't getting mugged. These people aren't getting beat up. No, these people are getting shot. They're getting killed day in and day out. They're literally having their lives risked and put on the line, and all she's telling them is to blow a freaking whistle.
And amid a big uptick in crime,
that's it. This is her solution to the uptick in crime. Crime is up 200%. What's the resolution? How do we stop it? Everybody get whistles.
A Northside Alderman is reinstituting.
That's what she's telling everybody. Go get whistles.
That for some is raising.
You don't need guns. You need a whistle.
Alderman Michele Smith is asking her constituents to
buy
whistles
ridiculous.
And blow those
just listen to what she says,
and
this just goes to show you. And this is one of the main reasons why I did this video. Yeah, it's funny and you can laugh, but the fact that lives are being lost, and this is a solution that you come up with, this just goes to show you how not just white liberals, this just goes to show you how your average politician is so out of touch with the people that all they care about is what? Making some type of name with some noise. That's the only reason why she did this. She is completely out of touch with her community, with the people, and with what's going on in the streets today when it comes to crime in the city. And if an alderman can't tell you what's going on in the city, then who can? She's literally supposed to be living in that ward. She is literally supposed to be able to go out and see what's happening when there's a shooting, there's a robbery, there's some type of streak of crimes going. She's supposed to be one of the main people out there in the streets finding out what's going on and bringing that information back to City Hall and to the mayor so that they can get this resolved. Working with the police department. This is supposed to be the ground roots person that's on the streets in this section of the city. And she's come up with blowing whistles while people are dying.
Unfold.
And the idea is to let people know that they're being watched in the community and being supported by the community. And
they're being watched by the community. Yeah, that deters crime, doesn't it? How many crimes have we seen occurring on live video? How many crimes have we seen being committed in broad daylight? How would you even with a clear conscience come out and being supposedly a politician that's in touch with their people and their constituents in their area? How could you even come out with something like this? How could you even do something like this to say, yeah, this is a great solution to the crime in our area. Everybody should get whistles. Let the criminals know, hey, criminals, we're watching you. Hey, criminals, we see you. Yeah, you people don't need guns. All you need is a whistle. They said they gonna steal their damn whistle. Nope, they ain't gonna steal it. They're gonna wrap that shit around their neck and choke them out with it.
help take back our streets.
In a bulletin sent out to her constituents this past week, 43 Ward Alderman Michele Smith asks her constituents to arm themselves.
Hold on, let me see if I can read that.
Streets.
She says, "Dear neighbors," she says, "walk with me tonight. A whistle stop campaign, holiday office hours. Dear neighbors, we are reinstituting the Whistle Stop program, an effort used in our neighborhood in the 1970s to combat crime." The 1970s to combat crime. Over 50 years ago, we're going to do man. Then she says the Whistle Stop program follows these rules. If you find yourself in a suspicious situation or witness a crime, blow your whistle. That's what they're telling you to do. If you hear a whistle, call the police, then move towards the source while blowing your own whistle. How about this, guys? Because I understand why they may have done this in the 1970s. But instead of blowing your whistle in hopes of someone calling the police, I know this is going to be a shocker. And I know this is going to be mind-blowing to you, Michele Smith. This is mind-blowing right here. This is really going to just change the whole game. Instead of blowing your whistle in hopes of someone else calling the police, why not just call the police your damn self? Yeah, I know I just blew your mind with that. Why not just call the police your damn self? I'm on the way, DeBell. Then, once you call the police, how about you just record the crime that's occurring or the suspicious activity that's occurring? Therefore, you could record it without drawing attention to yourself. You've already alerted the police, and you don't have to worry about the criminal or criminals coming after your ass. Because I'll tell you like this. If I'm in the middle of the street and I'm shooting at some other niggas for whatever reason, and I see a fucking whistleblower come outside and start blowing a whistle at me, well, why wouldn't I just shoot at that person? Why wouldn't I just shoot at that person? unless it's a gang of whistleblowers. What was that movie? Was that Invasion of the Body Snatchers? When you would I think that was Invasion of the Body Snatchers, when the ones that weren't infected, that weren't that hadn't been body snatched, they were pointing to be like, wow, and be basically blowing the whistle. So everybody will know, oh, they haven't been body snatched yet. Let's go get them. That's insane. The goal is for people to gather around the scene of suspicious activity. It allows people to come to the victim's aid, forces the offender to flee, and helps the police pinpoint the location of the crime. So fuck me telling the police, hey, I'm on 83rd and Vincennes. Can somebody come over here because there's somebody shooting somebody right now? Nope. A gang of us should get together, surround the shooter, and then the shooter will stop shooting and flee because he or she has heard the whistles. That's what she's telling them to do. Now she has the fucking nerve to say this. Of course, use common sense. Do not blow your whistle if you think to do what? If you think to do so would put yourself in danger. No shit, Sherlock. No shit. Particularly from an armed criminal. Y'all tell me this. How many of our criminals are not armed? But if you see a crime occurring, I guess she's saying that's what something, I can't read that part. And several longtime neighbors who still have their whistles on their keychains. Wow.
Bulletin sent out.
We encourage people to put a whistle on their keychains. We have a limited supply of whistles at our ward office for pickup. Many thanks to former Alderman Marty Oberman. Wow. Let's see what that person said.
Take back our streets.
In a bulletin.
And several longtime neighbors who still have their whistles. Okay.
Sent out.
Whistles in the ward office pickup to, yep.
In
there
a bulletin
is.
sent.
I got it. And several longtime neighbors who still have their whistles. Man,
Out to
are
her
you
constituents this past week, 43 Ward Alderman Michele Smith asks her constituents to arm themselves with whistles.
So something that can be loud, whistles that are used in sports and, for example, camping safety are the kind of whistles that we recommend that people get.
She writes, if you find yourself in a suspicious situation or witness a crime, blow your whistle. If you hear a whistle, call the police, then move toward the source while blowing your own whistle.
The idea here is to be alerting people of things you may see so that attention is brought and people will tend to flee.
The bulletin does specify to not blow your whistle if you think doing so would put yourself in danger.
Occurring out of your window.
We specifically advise people that if
yourself in danger.
Open
we specifically advise
yourself in danger.
If you see a crime occurring out of your window, open your door or window and blow the whistle. So basically, I got to be like Pearl from 227 out the window blowing the whistle, pointing, hoping that somebody will hear the whistle, call the police, and then send the police there, as opposed to me just calling the goddamn police and recording it from my window. That's going to deter crime.
We specifically advise people that if you feel in danger in any way, don't do it. We expressly instruct people that if you are the victim,
nobody better not say nothing bad about Miss Jenkins.
Of crime, cooperate, do not resist, and certainly don't blow your whistle at someone who has a gun pointed at your head.
And she thinks that's funny. That's what's so hilarious about it. This is the sad part.
Someone who has a gun pointed at your head.
Smith said
she thinks that shit is funny.
The so-called whistle stop program proved successful back
she
in the 1970s.
She really thinks that shit is funny. And it just goes to show
gentrified.
how far removed that these politicians are when it comes to crime and being in terrible situations. Now, here's the thing. Wasn't not a single gun at the Capitol. were number of people marching on the Capitol. All them politicians lost their motherfucking mind when they figured out, when it came to their lives being on the line. They lost their shit. They made it all a fucking hate crime. We gonna prosecute every single last one of these motherfuckers that came down here. We're using facial recognition software. We gonna prosecute everybody to the fullest extent of the law. Their flight privileges will be revoked. These motherfuckers are gonna rue the day that they ever decided to protest and march on the Capitol. However, motherfuckers that's actually dying and getting robbed, getting beat, getting shot, those motherfuckers, oh, take this whistle. I ain't what to do. You see something going on? Toot toot. You see something going wrong? Toot toot. You see somebody getting robbed or beat, shot? Toot toot. Toot toot. Hey, beep beep. That's what you do. Whistle. Like you fucking Tom and Jerry, like Spike told him. Just whistle. Hey there, little fella, hey, little mouse, you got a problem? You need anything. Just whistle. And Spike just gonna show up with the long fist down the gate. Right. She literally has recommended something that's over 50 years old that didn't work then, it's not gonna work now. And what are you putting on the line? Your own fucking lives. Your own lives are on the line for some shit that she's joking. And of course, if you see something happening in your life today, you don't do it then. But hey, everybody get whistles and come and blow them, man. Yep, give a little whistle. If you ever need me, just whistle. I got more faith in Spike coming to save me for whistling than the goddamn police. Do you know how long that would take? Blowing the whistle, wait for somebody to find you and to actually identify what's going on, call the police, tell the police to come, and then the police will show up. But in the meantime, here's what you're really dealing with. Here's what the real people are dealing with while this bitch is talking about blowing whistles.
Now an alarming crime hitting the Chicago's southwest side. Unsuspecting people violently attacked and robbed alone at their garages, in their alleyways. It's happening here in the neighborhoods near Midway Airport on the city's southwest side. CBS 2's Stephen Graves live at the 8th District Police Station. And Stephen, today police there are putting out a warning on this.
Chris, that's right. An alert went out after we started asking questions. They're connecting 4 different robberies in the Chicagoland area involving a gun, but there was one that is not listed, caught on video, that has neighbors especially furious. As you can see, this robbery happened in daylight at 4 in the afternoon. Watch as 2 people...
So 4 in the afternoon, I guess in this alleyway, there should be someone who has a whistle ready to see this happening.
In a white SUV trailed behind a driver in a Chicago alley last Thursday. The victim backs into his garage near 55th and Richmond in Gage Park. A passenger in the suspect vehicle gets out. Look through the front windshield. Police say he pointed a gun and repeatedly beat the 48-year-old man in the head.
Where's the whistleblower in that? Or should the person who's getting his ass beat or getting pistol whipped, should he be blowing the whistle? Tell me whether this whistle blowing take effect and when should the whistle come out? So as he's whipping me with the pistol, bludgeoning my fucking head with this pistol, is that when I blow the whistle? Toot toot. Toot toot. That's what I do. As I'm getting your ass whooped, just blow the whistle. Just whistle.
His personal property and money before getting away.
I'm going to this way.
Jose Ortiz pleaded for his life on his knees days later in a similar attack.
Hey, Jose, don't plead for your life. Blow your whistle. Toot toot. Give me all your money. Toot. Nigga, give me everything. Run them pockets, nigga. Toot toot. Bitch, take your clothes off. I'm gonna rape your ass. Toot toot. That's what's happening. Hey, give me your car. I'm calling. Hey, give me this car, man. Toot toot. That's what you do.
Screamed to warn his wife as he loaded his car Sunday morning. Again, at his garage in an alley at 45th and Keeler, two guys ran up to him speaking Spanish.
No, give me the money or I'll kill you. So he put him at the
Toot
gun in
toot.
here.
8th District detectives have not connected the two incidents, which were about 3 miles.
Give me the money or I'm gonna kill you. Toot toot. I said, give me the money or I'm gonna kill you. Toot toot. Toot toot. Toot toot. Pow pow pow. Toot toot. Toot toot. Toot toot. Toot toot. Toot toot. That's what the fuck is gonna happen. Y'all tell me how else this shit plays out. Hey, nigga, go, we gonna take you. Hey, man, come here, man. Let me holler at you, homie. Hey, come here. I start running. Toot, 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 toot. They catch up with me. Toot, 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 toot. Shoot me. Pow, pow, pow. Toot, 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 toot. Toot, toot. 911, what is your emergency? Toot, toot, toot. Next thing you know, you done took the Heavenly Express. You done got up to the pearly gates, and there's Peter. And Peter looking at you and said, "Hey, you know, you're about the fourth motherfucker I done seen come up to the gates today with whistles. Why you niggas down there blowing whistles? What the fuck are you doing? Like, what is the whistle doing for you?" Well, Peter, apparently nothing. Can I get in, please? That's what's happening. Peter sitting there like, "Hey, Thomas, why these niggas still coming up here with all these whistles? This is crazy. And it's only in Chicago. All these people dying in Chicago. I mean, yeah, I know there's nothing, really strange about that. But why are they dying with whistles? I got these gangbangers, they got guns and shit, or they don't have guns. But then I got these niggas that's coming up here that look like law-abiding citizens, and they all dead, but they all got whistles. This is weird. Somebody needs to send this up to the man. This is a phenomenon. Look in the news, Chicago Sun-Times. Another innocent whistleblower dead. More news at 11.
Miles apart, but they say 3 other robberies are connected to Ortiz's case. One only a few blocks down Keeler minutes earlier. It comes as the district deals with a steady rise in crime, robbery, burglary, thefts, and aggravated battery, all up more than 50% since this time last year.
Did you see that? Robbery is up 63%. That's more than half. More than half. Burglary is up 50%. That's half. Theft is up 50%. That's half. Aggravated battery is up 500%. 500%. 500%, dude. That means it has, what is it? Not quadrupled, but it has quintupled. It is up 500%. That is insane. 500%. And you want the answer to be to help this shit is a fucking whistle. Toot toot. Hey, beep beep. That's the answer. I can hear Lori Lightfoot right now. well, since the institution of the whistleblowers, crime has went down 22%. We've lost, only, a handful of people here and there. But for the most part, it's, crime is going down because of that. This is crazy, man. If they're trying to put instead of guns, you want to put whistles in the hands of innocent people to save their lives and to make themselves safer. That's your solution. That is your solution. And my thing is, if that's your solution, then not only should I be offended, but I should understand that politicians want you to be afraid and they want you to suffer. They want you living on your knees, begging them for help. There is no situation, and I mean no situation, that I would recommend a fucking whistle stop campaign as a solution to deter crime in any place, anywhere in the world. You can go to Australia, you can go to Venezuela. I'd rather teach, y'all know the dude that be doing the tactical training classes where they say you got a gun to the back of your head, hold your hands up, and you do a quick move and you get the gun. I'd rather subscribe to that and tell people to follow that motherfucker to fucking, what do you call it, Detroit survival training or some shit like that. I'd rather tell people to do that than to fucking buy a whistle, blow a whistle. Sounded like Debo. Hey, y'all, if somebody come rob you, whistle. Man, I ain't getting involved with y'all. Or you gonna get involved or I'm gonna knock your ass out too. Make a choice. That's what they telling them. This is ridiculous that they've even had the audacity to do this. This lets you know that they don't give two shits about y'all. None of y'all.
Since this time last year.
Yeah, here and there.
58-year-old Ortiz is now bruised by multiple crimes. He has a black eye and bumps on his head. The thieves took his money and jewelry.
And were you scared? Yeah, yeah. So
shout out to Mando Jamal. Hit your boy with a $5 donation. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, man.
So he taking everything.
He plans to spend more money for cameras, hoping to get peace of mind.
Oh, so you want to film your ass getting whooped next time. You want to film them lumps they put on your head. They was like that. It's like he had a cup of coffee outside. And it was like, how many lumps would you like? Oh, 3 or 4. Pop, 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 pop. Upside your head all day. Just like Sugar Ray Leonard was telling that motherfucker. Pop, 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 pop. Upside your head all day. That's what I'm going to be doing. Next time, I'm going to get that on camera so I could show the media how I got my ass whooped instead of me just telling them because my English not too good. I could just show y'all. You're willing to invest in more cameras so that you can record your ass getting whooped at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You getting carjacked at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You really think these criminals give a fuck about some cameras? You really think that's going to be a deterrent? All that's going to do is record the event for pay-per-view. That's it. So you can charge admission to see your ass get whooped. You can charge admission to see your ass get jacked. You can charge admission to see your ass get robbed. That's all you're doing by investing in more cameras. Like Blondie Dread. He lets no one use his camera. You want Blondie Dread? He's very expensive. You are going to have to do something for me. Yes, and if you look at this part of the footage, this is where I was actually blowing the whistle, and yet the assailant continued to smack me upside the head, which what appears from the footage, because I didn't see it initially, which appears to be a Glock 43. Yes, sir. Shout out to the Bell 5000. Says she won't suggest her security to blow whistles. They don't get, in all fairness, Alderman do not get security details. They don't. However, they all have concealed carry permits. The aldermen have been able to carry a gun since since the fucking 70s. They've been able to carry guns since the inception of the motherfucking city. They've been able to carry guns. When it was illegal to own a handgun in the city of Chicago, the only two people that could legally carry a gun were police officers and aldermen. That's a fun fact for you. Police officers and aldermen were the only ones allowed to carry guns legally, handguns legally in the city of Chicago. So there were only 3 groups that had guns in Chicago. Before they came up with the CCW, before they came with the concealed carry policy, the only 3 groups in Chicago that carried guns were the politicians, the police, and the criminals. That's it. Nobody else could have handguns.
And that alert going out because no one has been arrested for any of these incidents. Police say the men involved in Ortiz's case are in their 20s or 30s. Here, we're going to list all the locations.
You don't say. Nobody's been arrested, huh? Well, ain't that about a bitch?
Involved in Ortiz's case are in their 20s or 30s. Here, we're going to list all the... And that alert going out because no one has been arrested for any of these incidents. Police say the men involved in Ortiz's case are in their 20s or 30s. Here, we're going to list all the locations of those connected robberies on CBS.
So they had a string of robberies, none of them connected, different motherfuckers, and what? Nobody's been arrested? That means because of the good old-fashioned mask mandate, everybody look like a criminal now, baby. Mm-hmm. Yeah, boy. Damn, did I just knock that ash on my face? I sure the hell did. Ain't that about a son bitch? But that's exactly what happened. All of those people now get to say, hey, this is average every day. Every citizen looks like a criminal, dresses like a criminal. We all wear masks because of the Unicron.
Chicago.com. Reporting at the 8th District Police Station, Stephen Graves, CBS 2 News. Chris?
Stephen, thanks very much.
She said, what's with the whistle blowing? Like Tom and Jerry when Spike? Yes, I already mentioned that. If you're in trouble, just whistle. Yes, Miss Lady Sunday. That's exactly what I said earlier. Yep, I said the exact same. That's exactly what it is. But my thing is this. I guess the biggest part of this, it's funny and you can poke fun at it and all that good stuff. But my biggest thing with this is that this woman who is an alderwoman, whatever the fuck you want to call her, I'm going to call her a dumbass. You're putting lives at stake and you're putting lives at risk of people to not only necessarily get hurt or grave bodily harm, but also possibly dying. And it's all because what? You want them to blow a whistle as opposed to having a gun to protect themselves. Have you forgotten that once we were brought here, we were robbed of our names, robbed of our language. We lost our religion, our culture, our God. And many of us, by the way we act, we've even lost our minds. Here it is. Bam! And you say, God damn, this is a dope jam. But let's define the term called dope and you're making it fucking down. No. This is ridiculous that you're putting lives at stake because you don't want people to have guns. And I'm telling you like this. Yes, I'm pro 2A. Yes, I want everybody to have guns. The thing is, it's not about trying to get guns out of criminals' hands. It will never happen. It will never happen. You will never be able to get guns out of criminals' hands. The fact that you can fucking 3D print a fucking Glock lets you know you will never be able to get guns out of criminals' hands to where they cannot commit crimes. You can get the gun out their hand once they shot and killed somebody and you've arrested them, but you cannot get the guns out of their hands to where they won't commit crimes. I don't give a fuck how many task force you put together. I don't give a fuck how tough you get on crime. I don't give a fuck. The only thing that you can do is make it easier for law-abiding citizens to not only have and to apply for and to carry firearms, but you have to make it to where it is a part of the culture so that The people that commit the crimes will have to respect the fact that people have guns. That's the problem with this. People are literally riding around in their cars, pulling up on innocent people and pulling guns on them. They're that confident. That's why you have an uptick in crimes by 500%. Because they don't give a flying fuck. And the only thing that's going to make a savage be reasonable is you got to have it to where people can be just as savage as the savage. When they should, those people that pulled up to that guy that's in his garage, they should have been like, damn, this dude could have a gun, man. Damn, this person might shoot us. Here's the reason, and here to back up what it is that I'm saying. Look at the majority of your major red states. Your red states with large populations in them. Not your Wyomings, not your Montanas. I get it. It don't happen there. But when you go and look at your Floridas, when you look at your Texas, your Tennessees, those crimes that are occurring, that are gun crime, that are gun violence, those crimes that are occurring, it's more of the gangs going against the gangs, and those people are in war, so you can count that. But then when you look at the other aspect of it and say, well, how many innocent people are just getting robbed and getting shot? It's far, not to say it don't happen. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But it's so much of it's so far less than what's happening in your Detroit, than what's happening in your Chicago, than what's happening in your Los Angeles. They telling you in Los Angeles, don't even come here because we can't protect you. Gang bankers and police officers alike are saying the same thing. And all I'm saying is this: is there a lot else other things that can be done to help resolve this issue? Yes. But one of the first steps that has to be taken is you got to allow people to be able to defend themselves. Plain and simple. You have to give every law-abiding citizen the right to be able to defend themselves the best way they possibly can. And the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. It's the only thing. You can try to slice it any other way. You can try to tell me, well, the statistics show. The only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. That's it, and that's all. That's it, and that's all. So I would just say this to those people that are in Chicago that are being asked to blow a whistle. I would say you all need to get together and blow the whistle on your alderman and really call that lady out to show how she is that much out of touch with the community. She's that out of touch with the constituents. She is that out of touch with the crime that is going on in the city, to the point to where she makes a recommendation like blowing whistles. In that case, she ought to go back to that sounds like some old Keystone Cop type shit. Is the whole state of Illinois liberal or just the big cities? For the most part, it's the big cities, but the problem is in the rural areas of the city, because it's a lot of farmland. You don't have the population. You don't have the dense population down there. That's why it's like it's really hard to like. It would be very, very difficult to swing a state like Illinois red. It'd be very difficult because you have the dense populations of Chicago and those surrounding cities, most of the suburbs. It's like it's difficult. It's very, very difficult. And my thing is this to me is not even a red or blue state thing. When it comes to just being safe and allowing your citizens to be safe, why would you not want this? Why would you not want this for your citizens? If I was an alderman, I would tell my citizens, hey, we're doing the best we can to try to resolve this, to try to make our city and our areas in the neighborhoods and our community safer. However, you all need to make sure that you are doing the best you can and doing everything you possibly can as far as protecting yourselves. Go and get your concealed carry license. Go and take some concealed training classes and protect yourselves as best as you possibly can. That's what the conversation should be like. Because ultimately, it is not the police's responsibility to keep you safe. It's not the politician's responsibility to keep you safe. The responsibility for your safety in any state, any city, is yours. And if you're afraid, then you become a sheep. And you get what the sheep get. Plain and simple. Brian, do you think that this is on purpose? Because clearly they are trying to make this country bare like Venezuela. It'll never happen. It'll never happen in Venezuela. It'll never happen. What happened in Venezuela will not happen here because they don't know how many guns are here. They don't. And the fact that we have the know-how, we have the capabilities to actually fabricate guns, it'll never happen. The only thing we got to do is just make sure that they don't create legislation to where people who do have guns are forced to do a buyback, or they are forced to turn in their guns, and if they don't, they go to jail. But there are a lot of people that want us to be like Venezuela. And a lot of them, unfortunately, are liberals and politicians in the same. Or one and the same. They want us to not have, they want us to be totally reliant on the government for everything. And that's what I don't understand, how people who are just dead set on voting Democrat. I don't understand how you're dead set on voting liberal, and these are the same people that don't want you to be able to protect yourself. They're promising you and telling you all of these empty promises, and they never deliver on a goddamn thing. They come when your people die, or when you die, they'll come and say, "Oh, it's so terrible. We gotta really help these people. We need some wraparound services. That's what we need. You know, this is really one of those things when they're bringing the guns over here from Indiana." Also, every nigga that's getting shot in Chicago is getting shot from a gun from Indiana. Really? It's the illegal guns that's causing people to shoot. No, it's the people that's committing crimes that's causing people to get shot. That's what it is. And if you didn't make it so damn difficult for people to be able to purchase guns in Chicago, you wouldn't have the Indiana gun trafficking issue that you're having. It's all bullshit. Everyone in Chicago should take to the streets at one time and everyone blow whistles while walking towards their mayor's and governor's house. Then stand out there and keep blowing. You know what? If they did that, you know what would happen? They'd have the police come and they'd have them get arrested. Just like when people attempted to protest on Lori Lightfoot's block where she lives, and she shut it down. She literally had the police block off her block that she lives on to where no one, unless those people that live there, could actually come down that block. Just like they do with Obama's house over in Hyde Park. You can't drive down Obama block without there being armed police officers outside. Secret Service outside. Roll up on Obama house. Roll up on Lori Lightfoot house. Roll up on Farrakhan house. And see them FOIs out there ready to fuck your ass up. Them niggas are packing. They want everybody else to be afraid, because if you're afraid, you'll give up any and every single liberty that you have. Every single right you'll be willing to forfeit for your own safety. And that very thing that you're afraid of, you need to be taking charge of it, and you need to be the one addressing your own fears. You need to be addressing your own safety yourself. It's just like a fight. A bully's going to keep bullying you until you're willing to go and fight that bully. Whether you win or you lose, whether you get your ass whooped or not, the path of least resistance is the path of a bully, just like it's the path of a criminal. That's why they go and rob an 85-year-old woman as opposed to a 35-year-old woman. That's why they'll rob a 95-year-old man instead of a 25-year-old man. It's very simple. Y'all are making this too difficult. Criminals are not very smart. They're just practical. There's an old lady driving an Infinity truck. Yeah, I can go take that. as opposed to that young nigga driving that motherfucking Nova on 28. I don't want no part of that nigga because I know what he got. Person that got the nicest car in the neighborhood is your local drug dealer. How many times you see them niggas get carjacked? You don't. You don't. They are letting these criminals run rampant. They're letting them run loose and run free like velociraptors. And I can't tell you the last time what had in all of the Jurassic Park movies. I'll end it with this. In every single one of the Jurassic Park movies, the fucking velociraptors fucking terrorize everybody once they get out. They wreak havoc, they feast, and they run fucking rampant. And the only thing that stops a velociraptor is a motherfucker with a gun or a bigger predator. When that T-Rex come on deck, them velociraptors, they ain't scared, but they damn sure like, oh, wait, we got a T-Rex out here, y'all. We got to all gang up on this motherfucker. And that T-Rex be getting with it. I'm a T-Rex, motherfuckers. It's that simple. These velociraptors ain't stopping because they figured out that the electrified fence has been taken down. They figured out the electrified fence used to be your district attorney, used to be your prosecuting attorney that would say, oh, y'all motherfuckers going to jail. Not no more. They gone. They ain't giving them no time no more. So they figured out, oh shit, ain't no more electricity on the fence. Oh, we out here. Let's feast. We gonna plot on you niggas. We gonna trap you niggas. We gonna do all of this. Because we can. Nobody's stopping us. It's like Christmas out here. Just like in Die Hard. When all the cops were gone, them kids was running rampant. They figured it out. Ain't no cops around here. We can do whatever the fuck we want. Let's do it. Merry Christmas, everybody. That's what it was. I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I hope that my people in Chicago realize that your biggest problem are your local politicians. The biggest hindrance to your solutions are your local politicians. These people either recommending stupid shit like a whistle, toot, toot, or they're doing nothing at all, silent, and they're letting you be feasted upon by the velociraptors of your very own city. That's all I'm saying. And it's up to you. You can pray to Jesus all you want. You can get on your knees and put your hands together and Lord Jesus, please. You can have as many stop the violence marches and stop the violence walks. You can get all the saints and pray on every corner every day. You can do all that. You can find all of the father flaggers and y'all can march and walk until the souls wear out from your shoes on the streets. You ain't stopping these niggas from doing what they doing until you're willing to take a stand up against them. And that stand better not be empty-handed or with a fucking whistle. It better be just like this. All right, man, we done had enough of this shit. If you ain't willing to do this, you gonna get what you've been getting. Continue to be lambs led to the slaughter. Continue to be the sheep and the gazelles feasted on by the lions. That's just how this shit goes. Very simple. 1 + 1 = 2. And if you ain't willing to go out there like this and actually defend yourself and stand up for what is yours and protect yourself and the lives of your loved ones with the right tool, you going to continue to get taken advantage of. You will continue to get feasted upon just like any other low level, low totem pole, low on the food chain animal does. That's it, and that's all. I want to thank everybody for tuning into the show tonight. Thank you guys. Tim Zara put in there, toot, toot. I'm telling you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. If you're watching this on the replay, please feel free to donate. Thank you so much for every donation that I have gotten. I appreciate them all. Y'all continue to like and share. Tell me what y'all think about this. It could be some shit where somebody got some ideas on how this whistle could work. I don't know how. Shit ain't gonna work, but I'm willing to entertain it. You guys let me know if you got any other questions or anything like that. I appreciate you all. I love y'all. Till next time, peace, and I'm out.
What's going on, everybody out there in the internet world? It's me, Brian Redmond, also known as the Relationship Rehab. And I need you to do two things. What are those two things? Subscribing to both my channels. I need you to go to the Relationship Rehab, subscribe to that channel, and then I need you to go to United Guns of America and go to that channel. Now you may be asking, why would I do that, Brian? Because it's two of the hottest channels on the internet. Come over there, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, have conversations, because that's what it's all about. We talk about some of everything: politics, relationships, guns, law enforcement, community stuff, anything that's happening. I'm willing to have a conversation about it, so come on over. You don't got nothing else to lose, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So come to my channel, subscribe ASAP, and join in on the fun. Twice the entertainment, 2 channels, twice the fun. Come on and have a funky good time with your boy. Peace, and I'm out.